guys, and welcome to another video on Sono's life. Yes, you have got 2 videos in the space of less than a week. You probably watched my previous video, and if you haven't, go and watch it now, where I did my preview of Super Junior Tag League. And even though I was confused to start with, I've decided we are going to do 2 separate videos. So I am back with the World Tag League preview. Now, before we start, the big thing that you will notice is that there are no champions in this. The tag team champions are FTR, and because they are AEW and big stars in AEW, they are not allowed to do the rigorous and very long schedule that is World Tag League. Cries in New Japan. So that means that the 10 teams involved in this one have one shot. They have one shot to get a chance at the titles, and that is by winning the entire thing. So let's quickly get onto it and have a look at the teams. So, obviously, normally I'd start with the champions, they're not here. So we're going to start with the chaos duo of Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi, aka Bishimon. Okay, I love Bishimon. I think they are a very strong team. Chaos in general, even though I have my grievances about them as a faction, have a very close bond. Like literally last night, Yano was posting pictures of them going on like a trip, and Ishii and Yoshihashi were in an egg. What else could you want? So anyway, this team is strong. They are former champions, not just never champions, former tag champions, and they always make an impact. They've not really been in the title scene for a while. It's really been dominated by FTR, Aussie Open and the Empire. So this is Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi's chance to get a win and make it to Wrestle Kingdom. Between them, they have such a strong experience and style background. So Yoshihashi has got the heart and a very solid Japanese strong style. Similarly with Goto, strength, speed, athleticism. I don't know what else you want from a team. And they're also just very passionate wrestlers. They always want to do the best. And I think they always win my heart. So they're the people's champion. So yeah, I'd love them to do well. Also mainly because I think this year has been a mixture for both of them. And they've really been pushed to the background of the company when it comes to singles and tag wrestling. Let's bring the Chaos Duo back, bring them to where they belong. So they're going to be a very strong team. Again, one of the more experienced teams in terms of the amount of times they've been together, and that's definitely going to give them an advantage. From the amazing to the not amazing, we have House of Torture representation. Yes, cheer! Silence. Yeah, you've got to represent them in some way. We've got Evil versus Evil with Yujiro. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. If they win, I mean, I don't think they're gonna win because I think Yujiro could easily be the one to pick up losses, but there's gonna be a lot of cheating. Dick Togo, well, actually, no, hold that, because Dick Togo's teaming with Sho. Will he also be interfering with Evil's matches? Okay, so if there is no Dick Togo, this might be interesting. Still not rooting for them, but maybe keep an eye on Evil and Yujiro. Wow, I didn't think about that. Okay, we'll stick to that. Now to the next one. I feel like that was a bit of a long pause. We have the Los Ingobernables de Hapon duo of Sanada and Naito. Bizarre, I know, but let's say the story about this. So, Shingo will be doing King of Pro Wrestling, I assume. Hiromu is busy. The 2 juniors are busy. It basically only leaves Naito and Sanada. And neither of them have actually got anything to do at Wrestle Kingdom. So Sanada didn't get anywhere with the New Japan World title. Naito obviously lost to Ospreay earlier in the month for the US title. And this is their only shot. I know it feels like, oh, this is 2 singles wrestlers. It is the legacy of LIJ that you can put any team of the members together and they will do well. This is no different. I know a lot of people saying, are LIJ going to win because it's almost impossible to have a Wrestle Kingdom without Naito in like some sort of big match. And that could be true, but I almost think, don't use that as a prejudice. Enjoy them teaming together because they are phenomenal athletes. Fast, athletic, strong agility, strength, and they are charismatic in the ring. So again, another probably not only a fan favourite, but maybe a bookie's favourite to win. 2 of the strongest wrestlers in New Japan, one of the strongest factions. tag team experience. So Naito had, obviously, with No Limit with Yujiro, #throwback. Sanada and Evil, they won titles, they won tag leagues. They are definitely not a team to be underestimated at all, just because you think it's an effort to get them into Wrestle Kingdom. So the last title defense that FTR had was actually against the Empire's Great-O-Khan and Jeff Cobb. We don't know if it's a work or something, but Jeff Cobb is currently not wrestling, maybe due to injury. So we have the Empire's combination of the Great-O-Khan and Aaron Hanare. I almost said Toa Hanare again. I really need to stop doing that. Now this team, these two guys have very different paths. So both young lions, Okan's return from excursion was a lot more powerful. Obviously Hanare has started with Hontai and has now become a heel. I think this could be, I know I said this when Hanare turned heel, this could be the breakout moment for not just the Empire and these two, but Hanare specifically. Hanare has always been good in a tag team situation, and especially since joining the Empire, he has showcased his strength and power and just how good a wrestler he is. And you know what, the Empire's been on a roll. Like, the Empire is good. So although I don't think, I know, don't hate me, I don't think they're going to win just because I have a later pick linked to the Empire that I will have as a win, like to win the whole tournament. Hanare and Okan, I think, are the perfect duo. Their styles are similar. They have that same passion, but they also have the same background coming from the dojo, the whole like system itself, and I think they're going to be good. They're going to be ones to watch. And you know what? It is the emphasis on the future of New Japan. One day these two are going to be world champions, and this could be like the moment where we see that transition. From the future of New Japan to the legacy, the veterans of New Japan, we have, and let me read you this name, Team Bebop. And that is Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toru Yano. They have teamed before in Tag League before. I think last year as well they did it. And they are literally probably the most iconic duo ever. You have the ace of the universe, Tanahashi, with the clown, the Joker, the unpredictability of Toru Yano. And I think this is what's going to make this team definitely ones to watch, because you don't know what to expect. You'll probably get some phenomenal wrestling off Tanahashi. Undeniably, that's going to happen. But on the other hand, you could get Yano with some scissors and tape, which could help them beat some of the best teams in this. Like, I always say with New Japan that everyone expects it to be very serious, especially compared to the likes of DDT. But when you've got teams like Tanahashi and Yano, this is where you get the lightheartedness, you get the comedy, but also combined it with the amazing wrestling. Do I see them winning the entire tournament? Probably not. Do I see them causing spoilers for a lot of people? Definitely. And I'll speak about this a bit later. When it comes to Tanahashi and Yano versus Suzuki-gun's Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer, that is definitely ones to watch. Now, I spoke and I praised the Empire's Okan and Hanare, but the reason I don't have them winning, similarly with Bishimon, is because my picks. Aussie. Yes, Aussie Open are finally making their World Tag League debut. Now, according to rumours I've heard, this was meant to happen back in 2019. I don't know why it didn't, but Aussie Open are probably my favourite tag team ever. They have been for years, and they are currently the strong openweight champions. So they are the only champions in this tournament, which puts a big target on their back. However, even after their loss at Royal Quest, in probably the best tag match I've ever seen, maybe not just live, but ever, they are out to cement their place at Wrestle Kingdom. And honestly, between Dougzilla and Fletcher, they are two amazing wrestlers by themselves, but combined, they are truly unstoppable. Oh, and if you don't know, Dougzilla is Mark Davis, sorry. I always use his other name. Mark Davis is strong, but he's also very quick. He has the strength advantage and the size advantage compared to Kyle. But Kyle is very agile, so he could literally be a junior as well. But he is fast, very, very talented for such a young wrestler and years of experience. So honestly, yeah, I'll speak about it again later on just to reaffirm this. Aussie Open are my favourites to win because honestly, not just are they really nice people, like we are certified besties, I've said this. They are phenomenal athletes. They have done so much on the UK scene. And I think I read on the New Japan preview, they said, this is Aussie Open's breakout year in like global companies. For me, they've always been the stars. I've been watching them for years on the British scene. And the fact they're now getting global eyes on them, I couldn't be happier. So, you know, once more for good luck. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. So yeah, even though they're Australian, they're British representatives, I guess. So Aussie Open for the win. And obviously I hinted at it earlier with Yano and Tanahashi. Ooh, young lions, please hide, because Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer are in World Tag League. With Zack doing the New Japan World title and Taichi, I don't know, Taichi doing his YouTube. The only representatives from Suzuki-gun this year are Lance Archer and Suzuki. Now, funnily enough, back when World Tag League was actually G1 Tag League, they won in 2011. And even though Lance Archer now is predominantly in AEW and Suzuki is basically just doing his rounds, they're as close as ever, so they're going to be dangerous. I actually think they're probably not even out to win this thing. They just want to hurt people, cause some chaos and destruction, and beat up some young lions in the process. So I'm going to be all there for that. And again, there'll probably be a team that won't win, but we'll definitely play spoiler because they are dangerous men and I love Suzuki-gun so much. Like, I guess I should be like, oh, I want them to win because then we could have Doki Kanemaru, Zack, and Suzuki and Lance at Wrestle Kingdom, but I feel like that's not going to happen because I think New Japan just doesn't like Suzuki-gun like I do. But they're a team to watch and I'm very scared to see what their opponents are going to be like. We then have another Bullet Club team, so a proper Bullet Club team. Farley and Chase are back teaming together. They've had mixed success. They're the best representatives, I think, from the team. They've worked for years together. They have experience as tag team singles wrestlers. They're going to be very interesting to watch. I don't know how far they're going to get because there are some very strong teams in it. But I feel like they might also be surprising because they are two guys that also don't really need cheating to win. They don't have a Gato or a Dick Togo at the side. So, yeah, I think they'll be quite good. I'm quite excited. Especially, we'll get to see like the big guys, Lance Archer and Farley, fighting. And hopefully it's slightly better than their G1 performance. And for the last two teams, first I'm going to say I'm surprised, before I forget, there is no Tama Tonga in this. Obviously, I know Tangaloa is injured, but I always thought that Tama Tonga would team with Hikuleo, which makes me think that we might have the Never Open weight title match at Wrestle Kingdom. Don't hold me to that. So yeah, now on to the last two. I had to say that because we talked about Bullet Club, and before I forget, sorry, we have another debuting team. Another Aussie debuting team. The Aussies are getting represented this year. Now, this is a bit weird for me. In a sense, when I was watching WWE, there was a big team that really made an impact, and it was, why can I not remember their name? I can't remember if they had the same name in WWE, but it was Shane Haste and Mikey Nichols. And then since then, obviously, they've both left WWE. We've seen Mikey, he's part of Chaos, I guess. We've seen him on several New Japan tours. More recently, Mikey Nichols has been doing a lot, especially during the G1. And they have come back together. The Mighty Don't Kneel are making their World Tag League debut. I think it's their debut. Give me a sec. Let me just read this. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So they are finally coming back together. I just had to double check this because I don't want to be like, oh, it's their New Japan debut as a team, and someone's like, no, back in 2000 and something they were there. I don't think they have. They are such a strong team. If you've seen them wrestle in the past, whether it was in the other promotions like WWE or Noah, so they are former GHC Noah champions, is going to be really exciting because, I mean, it's been a long time since they've teamed together, especially that I've watched, but they have years of friendship. The Mighty Don't Kneel are a very huge deal, especially in like Australia, because we've got people like Jonah and them are also part of it. And I think this is going to be a really big deal for a lot of people, including me, to see both of these guys on a New Japan show in a tournament. And people might think they're the underdogs because they're not very known to New Japan fans, some of them. But they are an amazing tag team. Veteran tag team, known worldwide for their skills. And yeah, if I didn't have Aussie Open for winning, I'd have these Aussies winning. But my heart's with Aussie Open. And the final team is, again, the future of New Japan. We have Gabriel Kidd teaming with Alex Coughlin. So two guys who have been off for a while and who recently made their comeback. So Gabriel Kidd obviously came back at Royal Quest 2. And let me just double check here. Yeah, Coughlin came back at Rumble at the 44th Street. Again, although they're not young lions anymore, I don't know if they're going to be the strongest teams in this just because of their lack of experience compared to the veteran team. But it's really going to be a chance for them to get back onto Japanese soil and get back into New Japan because they are two very talented guys. So yeah, I did 2 videos whistle stopping, so make sure you've watched the Super Junior Tag League preview as well. I've said this, my team to win is Aussie Open. I think they are the best tag team in the world. Sorry, FTR. Sorry to anyone else. But I've always loved them. I've seen them more in the past few years than I've seen some of my friends. I told them that as well. And they have put in so much work. They are truly, even though they're amazing baby faces, have really cemented their role in the Empire and are thriving there. So they're going to win. They're going to be some amazing matches. So Aussie Open versus the Mighty O'Neill. Australia versus Australia. What else could you want? Let's have a look. We have got Aussie Open versus Okan and Hanari. Interfaction's going to be interesting. Similarly, Bishimon versus Yano and Tanahashi. There is going to be some great interactions. So I guess both World Tag League and Super Junior Tag League is as strong as ever, bringing in so much talent, and it's going to be great. So now it's time for you to talk to me. Let me know in the comments, on social media at wrestling_chat. What are your thoughts on this year's participants? Who do you think is going to win? Which matches are you looking forward to? You can even tell me about Super Junior Tag League in here if you want. So make sure to comment, interact with me. Hit like, share the video, and press subscribe because Wrestle Kingdom videos, you're going to be inundated with them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my 2 previews and I will see you very soon. Bye!